The NDAA is out, or otherwise known as the National Defense Authorization Act, a yearly budget reform, right, of military spending, that sort of thing. And we had a UAP amendment that was supposed to be a part of this, Chuck Schumer's, famously from July. And it got gutted. And we're going to go over the parts that did make it through and talk about the stuff that didn't make it through. So let's jump in. I know a lot of you are disappointed, but I've got some hope for you. All right. So anyway, I'm Patrick. This is Vetted. Hit that like button. Helps us out a lot. Leave a comment down below what you think of this new language in the amendment. Right. If you think this is a step forward, curious to hear everyone's comments. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Let's go, y'all. So the 2024 NDAA is out. I'll put a link to all of this so you can see the old language that they had and the new language. But basically, and we're going to go over the actual documents themselves, but this is sort of a recap of what's in them. All right. So Section 105 requires the DOD to get a clean audit by 2028. Real quick, some of the things that are not in it, just right off the bat. The eminent domain, the review board, right? The big things that we wanted, subpoena power, all that's gone. So, take it as you will here. Section 1687, Gillibrand Amendment, prohibits funds from being used on any UAP programs unless disclosed to congressional leadership and Intel and Armed Services committees. This also covers IRADs. Section 1841, parts of Schumer rounds, establishes a collection of records in the National Archives for UAP records. Senate Homeland Security, Armed Services, and Intel committees, together with House Oversight, Armed Services, and Intel committees, have oversight. Section 1842, more of the Schumer rounds. Each governmental office holding UAP records must identify all UAP records and send them to the National Archives. There is no review board. However, there is a requirement that each document must be disclosed in full within 25 years of its creation unless the president certifies that there would be identifiable harm to national security and that outweighs the public interest in disclosure. I mean, isn't that the issue from the get-go? Right? As long as that language is always in any of these amendments or bills, that's what they'll use to keep it from getting out. I mean, but you also can't have it without it. It's such a catch-22. So I'm sure some of you guys are just losing it in the comments. I don't blame you. But again, the hope is this, y'all. Again, this is a long-term fight. If this has been going on for decades and decades, this cover-up, what did we think? One round in the NDAA and we were just going to get everything we wanted? Right? It's going to take time. It's going to take this happening year after year. That's the good news, is that they do this every year. So we can be right back again this next year with something better and get it in, get more people behind it. Right? Section 1843 contains some additional circumstances under which particular records can be withheld from disclosure when they involve grave harm to national security and reveal sources and methods. Again, if that language is always going to be in there, and it kind of has to be, then that's something you can always use to get around it, right? But again, we should still have hope, y'all. I mean that. We should still have hope. There's a lot more to sections 1841 to 3 as they are quite complex and require further analysis in the coming days. They are far short of what we want, but we shouldn't be blind to any benefits contained within them. We're going to go over those. Here's a summary description of what the conference did with respect to the UAP Disclosure Act. The conference agreement includes only the requirements to establish a government-wide UAP records collection, to transfer records to the collection, and to review the records for disclosure decisions under a set of authorized grounds for postponing disclosure. The agreement does not include the provisions that would establish an independent review board, a review board staff, eminent domain authority, or a controlled disclosure process. So those things are not in there. But they're still going to have, right, records collection. They're still going to have all the offices of the government send all this stuff in. The only issue is going to be when an office says, hey, this is, highly classified. We can't give you this stuff. There'll be rules set in place that will help them decide that, as opposed to a review board looking at it. So, again, step one, I honestly think it's a win. If I'm being honest, I think this is a win. I know it doesn't have everything we want, but I think it's a win. It's a step in the right direction. I mean, look, check this out. This is a great point here. We'll get back to the other stuff. Extraordinary. The President of the United States appears set to sign federal legislation mentioning non-human intelligence twice. Not only that, federal agencies must prioritize turning over records relating to non-human intelligence. So that's going in there, right? That language, non-human intelligence, the president is going to sign this. Again, baby steps, y'all. If this cover-up has been going on for decades, it could take decades to uncover it. Could take a lot longer to uncover it. So again, for me, this is a win. This is a win. All right, let's get back. Section 7343. Largely a repeat of Section 1687. Sections 7601 to 6 contain broad reforms to the laws on classification that will require further analysis. It may have an impact on UAP secrecy issues. I previously mentioned it here. Okay. Section 7801 to 4 contain provisions related to assisting those subject to anomalous health incidents, i.e. possible UAP or Havana syndrome. More analysis is required. Okay. It says it also appears that they took out reforms of the ICIG whistleblower process that were in part or wholly inspired by some of the issues David Grush had. So interesting. So look, the Black Vault, John Greenwald Jr. put up, he separated the UAP stuff and made them into PDFs. So I'm going to put a link to that here so y'all can check it out. But let's go over it here. Subtitle C, unidentified anomalous phenomena. Just that's going in there, right? Non-human intelligence, unidentified anomalous phenomena. Just the fact that this language is going in there is a huge win, y'all. It really is. Imagine where we'll be in 5 years on this. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. So, look, you got 19 pages here. It's definitely a lot. Definitely a lot. But it's all here, y'all. All right, so I'm going to put links to all this so you can get it, right? This is section 1841 to 1850. It's 19 pages. Then you've got section 1687. This is the limitation on use of funds for certain unreported programs. So basically, they're trying to take away the funding from these programs, right? Again, baby steps. Just baby steps. We little by little, we start to hit at them, right? And then here's the full report, the full NDAA right here. And again, I'll put a link to the older one too that had all the original language. But you know what? Let's just jump in on this real quick. Let's just records collection, establishment of collection in general, not later than 60 days after the date of this enactment of this act, the archivist shall commence establishment of a collection of unidentified anomalous phenomena, as such term is defined in section. So they define the term unidentified anomalous phenomena records collection in the National Archives. So that's huge, y'all. There's in the National Archives, there will be a section for unidentified anomalous phenomena. So they got no later than 60 days. They have to start getting this stuff. In carrying out subgraph, the archivist shall ensure the physical integrity and original provenance, or if determinate, the earliest historical owner of all records in the collection. Record copies The collection shall consist of record copies of all government-provided, or government-funded records relating to unidentified anomalous phenomena, technologies of unknown origin, and non-human intelligence, or equivalent subjects by any other name, with the specific and sole exclusion of temporarily non-attributed objects. So the people aren't confused. They mean alien, y'all. They mean extraterrestrial. So they're saying that shall be transmitted to the National Archives in accordance with Section 2107 of Title 44 United States Code. This is cool. The archivist shall prepare and publish a subject guidebook and index to the collection. So we'll get that eventually. The collection shall include the following, right? Copies of all unidentified anomalous phenomena records, regardless of age or date of creation, that have been transmitted to the National Archives or disclosed to the public in an unredacted form prior to the date of the enactment. There's just a lot of great stuff. I mean, I think there's a lot of great stuff here. Yeah, y'all, I'll put... oh, look at this. Fees for copying. In general, the archivist shall charge fees for copying unidentified anomalous records and grant waivers of such fees pursuant to the standards established by section. The amount of fees. The amount of a fee charged by the archives pursuant for the copying of an unidentified anomalous phenomena record shall be such amount as the archivist determines appropriate to cover the cost incurred by the National Archives in making and providing such copy, except that in no case may be the amount of the fee charge exceed the actual expenses incurred by the National Archives in making and providing such copy. So there you go. Use of funds. So they're going to even be charging these people to get the copies. I love it. Use of funds. The collection shall be preserved, protected, archived, digitized, and made available to the public at the National Archives and via the official National Archives online database using appropriations authorized, specified, and restricted for use under the terms of this subtitle. So that's great. Again, definitely doesn't have all the things we want, but that doesn't mean we can't refile next year, y'all. I'm telling y'all. I'm just saying. I think we're going to be okay. And again, this to me is a step in the right direction. You have the president signing language that has, right, signing the NDAA with, I mean, I realize he hasn't signed it just yet, but he will. It's a formality. I mean, there's a small chance he vetoes it, but I mean, that's just phenomenal, right? Non-human intelligence, unidentified anomalous phenomena. And again, they make it very clear that they're talking about ET. So I, for one, have hope. It's not everything we want, but it's a lot. So again, I'll put links to all this. Y'all check it out. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Can't wait to read everyone's comments. I know y'all are disappointed, but again, let's have some hope. We did get something. It's not like there's nothing. Pardon me. And for me, again, this is a step in the right direction. We just don't stop. Okay, we got this. Next. Let's go. Next year, more. We just keep going. We keep pushing. We keep raising the bar, right? More and more people are going to get behind this. The next time this comes around, there'll be more people there to support it. So anyway, I'm Patrick. This is Vetted. Thank you all for watching. Again, if you haven't already, hit that like button. That helps us out a lot. Leave a comment down below and hit that subscribe button, y'all. We are growing fast. We put out a new video every day, 12 p.m. Central Standard Time, USA, and very excited for some new things that are going to be coming y'all's way from Vetted, so stay tuned. We'll see you on the next video, y'all. Again, let me know what y'all think. Can't wait to read these comments. So again, don't forget, have hope. Remember, every day's a gift. I'm Patrick with Vetted. We'll see you on the next video. Peace.